All right, our last comic tonight is George Lubitz.
Okay. Nothing I say is going to live up to that. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's comedy. That's what I do. Wow, it's a packed house. This is fun. Before I tell my first joke, I have a question because the answer determines if I tell it or not. Yeah, it's interactive. It's fun. Has anyone here seen those ITT Tech commercials? Yeah. All right, here we go. Strap in. This is going to be fun. All right, so I hate ITT Tech. I hate it with a passion. Because first of all, how do you have the name ITT Tech and one of the T's doesn't already stand for tech? It's ridiculous. But the commercials are always the same. It's a for-profit institution. They have campuses all over. And it's always some Russian woman, some alum. They sit down at a green screen with HD cameras that are like, we can afford Sony's, come to our school. But she's always just like, ITT Tech, they saved my life. Before I went to ITT Tech, my house was foreclosed, and now it's not. Like, no, it didn't. ITT Tech you did not spend $40,000 so that they could perform extreme makeover on your life. Like, they start off in their house, like it's a grayscale Seattle before they go to the school, and after it's like a sunny Southern California, like a Claritin commercial. It's before and after. It's fantastic. I hate it. Which is basically, the moral of that story is, Skidmore's pretty cool. But it's still expensive. What else? I like Skidmore. I listen to WSPN a lot, the radio. It's pretty cool, right, guys? Oh, you've heard of it. I was listening to the radio the other day, not WSPN, but just random station. I was in the gym, and I think the radio no longer knows what to talk about. Like, they ran out of things to talk about because it was music playing, and then the DJ comes like, all right, that was rap. I got a question for you guys. What's an appropriate time to be late to something? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? 15 minutes? Yo, call up and let me know what you think. And I was like, really? That's what we're gonna have a conversation over the phone about? Some people are gonna call in and be like, yo, I think 17 minutes is perfect. Like, imagine, what if that keeps going and they just stop with music entirely, like it's the radio MTV? And they're just like, yo, what up, radio fam? I got a question for y'all. It's DJ Snaz. What's up? I got a question. Is it cool to take ibuprofen on an empty stomach? I got to know. Yo, we got a special guest in the studio tonight. My neighbor Rick is gonna tell us about the hunting laws of bluefin tuna. Also, how much trouble am I gonna get in if I park for 30 minutes in a 15-minute parking zone? I got to know. Here's Wonderwall by Oasis. What else? I like radio. I like music. I love rap. Here we go, because it's funny. I have like 3 jokes about this, so here we go. I was listening to music with my friend Wyatt the other day. He's right there. That's him. That's the guy I'm talking about in the joke. We were listening to this song by Biggie Smalls. Maybe you've heard it. I'll tell you the lyric. It goes, if you got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. You heard this one before. Doesn't matter if you didn't, because I'm going to make a joke about it. But featured on the song is the man, the legend, the guy who I was convinced was the same as Kanye West until 2 weeks ago, P. Diddy, is on the song. And the lyric goes again, and he's like, and then P. Diddy says one word right after, so here's the lyric again. If you got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Why? And I was listening to that, and I paused the song, I'm like, hold up, that's it, we need to address this. Like, P. Diddy, you're a businessman, you are worth some million couple dollars, you need to like not ask these questions. I'll tell you why. It tends to be the case that people don't like to get murdered while they're having a night on the town. Like, imagine if there was more to that song that just became an educational song just so P. Diddy wasn't an idiot anymore. Like, brush your teeth before going to bed. Why? Look both ways before crossing the street. Why? You gotta pull him aside in the studio and be like, come on, man, because you'll die. I'm from New York City, much like the other comics, a small town. now. And what's very fun about the city is that people are allowed to do whatever they want on the sidewalks. And a lot of the time, yeah, I know, right? No rules. What people will do is they'll peddle their mixtapes, right? They'll have these cracked, like, jewel cases with, like, artwork done in Microsoft Word. They're like, yo man, you like hip hop? They'll come up to you and be like, yeah man, I love hip hop, and I'll walk away. But I once saw, it's the same shtick, it's always the same, but this one guy changed the whole fucking game, right? He was selling his mixtape, and he wasn't saying, come buy my music, I like hip hop, you like hip hop, let's listen to hip hop. No, he was standing there, he was just like this is what he said. People out here killing each other. Get a suntan and shut the fuck up. And I'm like, oh my god, what is he doing? This guy not only has great statistics on the crime and murder rates and has great music, but he also has philosophies on skin complexion. Which is great, because you wouldn't be able to do that anywhere else. Like if you were like if it was like a guy selling snacks at a baseball game, he wouldn't be able to be like, soda and popcorn $3, beer $4, Obama's giving us Ebola. Like, no one would be like, what are in those Cracker Jacks? Let me get some of those. Here's something fun. When you talk a lot, you get thirsty, so give me like 2 seconds. I want to drink some water. Is that cool, guys? Okay. How you doing? It's good. Take your coat off. Take your coat off. It's warm in here. I'll pick it up, don't worry. What else we got? Oh, here's a good one. I don't do much here except tell jokes. Like, most of my time here, I don't like worry about my family or my friends, you know, like a good person. I worry about one thing and one thing only. I worry that I make sure I don't turn on the lights in my room, because if I do, the lights will kill me. They're depressing as shit. I hate these new fluorescent bulbs. Am I right, guys? What's the deal with fluorescent bulbs? Like, and it's like you turn them on, they're super bright, they're not natural. I just feel like I don't want to live anymore, and that's a problem. People are worried that like the computers are going to take over, the government's going to run amok. Like, no, there are light bulbs that make me sad. Let's talk about this. And the problem is they're the new standard. The future is now, and it's unhappy. So yeah, I don't like that. One thing I really don't like, and the first thing I tell anyone I meet is I hate Scooby-Doo. Yeah, the cartoon with the dog. I hate it, okay? Here's why. I have a joke written. Like everything else. Okay, every episode, we've all seen it, right? Because this is not an ITT Tech joke. We all know what Scooby-Doo is, right? Great, here we go. Every episode's the same. It's always that gang, they going around and they're like, the problem is that there's some guy walking around his own mansion dressed up, and that's a crime for some reason. And then they take his mask off and he's like, I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. Like, gotten away with what? Dressing up on not Halloween? It's the same thing. They go around and they're like, let's split up, gang. Don't do that. That's a terrible idea. You've never been to this house before. You split up, you don't have walkie-talkies. If they did, it would be fantastic. It's like, everything's okay by the sentient suit of armor. The painting with moving eyes is all clear. But no. Shaggy and Scooby are gonna go raid the kitchen, which is stocked for some reason, because they've got the munchies. Fred and Daphne are gonna end up fucking on the cobweb-covered couch. Velma's gonna drop her glasses. My glasses, I can't see without my glasses, and fall to her death down the stairs. Like, it's not a good system. They're not detectives. They don't have anything going for them. They've got a stupid colored van, and they've got a dog with a speech impediment. Why does that deem them detectives? It doesn't. Clean your shit up, Hanna-Barbera. That is the production company. It's on Boomerang still, which is, I'm not gonna lecture you about Boomerang. gotta go back to the book because I just don't remember what I was doing, but you're laughing, so that's good. You guys ever, I've still got stuff about rap, that's crazy. You guys ever listen to a song where they make up a word just for the sake of making a rhyme? Let me give you an example. There's a song by Method Man, and here's the lyric. It's like a poetry reading. Here we go. I'm going to read you the lyric. Saliva, check the wicked flows I deliva. And for those of you who don't know rap, deliva is not a word. Then he goes on to say, oops, I mean deliver, like the Hudson River. That's a different story. I don't think the Hudson River delivers much of anything but pollution. It's like, you did not mean to say that at all. You just wanted to rhyme. And you know if you make a mistake, man, you can go back and fix it. But he doesn't. Like, what if that's the rule for rap? Like, you could get one shot. That's it. Like, what if Jay-Z's name is just Jeffrey, but he said Jay-Z by accident once, now he's fucked? That would be so funny. I got some other things I could talk about. I hate the term great minds think alike because, yeah, but so do dumb ones. That's literally what Jackass is. I'll end with this because I've never done it before. That's a good mentality. I was in the park one day, but not just any park. The park in my city. I was in the park and I see a guy in full running gear walk in, normal so far. He's just eating out of a Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia. And I'm like, okay, he probably ran like 10 miles, treating himself, good for him. But I'm like, what if he ran like 1 mile and he's just eating like 500 calorie ice cream? Like, fuck you, man. You didn't do anything. But then I thought, what if it's just his thing to get dressed up in running gear and go to public places and eat treats? Like you see him in the MoMA eating a pineapple turnover cake, or he goes to a funeral and starts eating some cotton candy. Think about that and get back to me. I'm George Lubitz. Thank you. It's been fun.